Hi guys, it's React with Door 19 here. Just been watching the news. I don't know whether anyone else has. I don't know whether you're up early. This is now gone too far for me. We've been told to stay indoors, stay safe and whatever, and then you have someone in the Parliament by Dominic Cummings going out and breaking lockdown rules twice, in fact. Now, he has dragged his 4-year-old child into this, and Boris Johnson, who's supposed to be our Prime Minister, who's supposed to be clear cut and wanted the government to be transparent enough, whereas we know what we're doing, has now slapped him on the wrist and said, oh, just don't do it again. And he was within his rights, 250 mile in his rights. So let me get this straight. I can travel to Wales, go and see my family, and I'm within my rights to do that. So what he said is, oh, it's one rule for me, another one for you. Nah, I'm sorry mate, you don't get none of them privileges. You need to be sacked right away. If I was in your cabinet right now, Boris Johnson, I'd sack him as your, I don't know what he is, whether he's your aide or what, but he's the one that's setting the rules and you're saying them. So to me, you're not as much of a Prime Minister as I thought you was going to be. Everyone else was booing the fact that you actually got to be Prime Minister. I was actually going, yes, Boris Johnson is going to make an impact on this government, going to make an impact on the UK, on setting things right again, on Brexit, which he did. But look at COVID-19, it's actually got him. I know he's had it, and to be honest, I'm really grateful he come over it, but now he's got his legal, like, whoever the fucking hell he is, his aide, breaking lockdown, not once, but twice. He's broke it twice. Now, watching the news got me really sick because of what he's done. And then I went on to Twitter, and I read one woman's story on there, and she watched a loved one die on video. Dominic Cummings, what have you got to say about that really? Because at the end of the day, you are going to get hammered now. Hammered, mate. With press, with everyone saying that you need to get out of Parliament because you are no good. You are useless now. And to me, if I was in that Parliament right now and I was in 10 Downing Street, I would make sure that you didn't have a job tomorrow. Because for one, you cannot break lockdown once. Okay, doing it once is fine if it's a dire need. But to take your kid to your parents' house that's 250 mile away in Durham and then go to a castle with your family for the day out. No, I'm sorry. We're not even allowed to go 30 mile until we get the police behind us saying where are you going. And to all the people that have watched what was going on in the UK yesterday, thank you very much for the views on that one, but this one has took the biscuit really bad now. He thinks it's okay to do whatever the hell he wants. I'm an aide to the Prime Minister, I can do what I want. No, you cannot. You cannot do what you want. You have set a rule for everyone in the UK, which basically means once you've set it, your dumb bald-headed arse has to follow it. That's simple. How can you just turn around and say, oh no, it's alright, it's a family emergency? No, it's not. I'm pretty sure they have a childcare services, from what I have read, in London. You don't go 250 mile knowing that you could have coronavirus and spread it. Yes, okay, we've had 119 cases yesterday. Don't know how much it's going to be today. But another thing I am going to say, stop giving Premier League, EFL, Championship, League 1, League 2, all the coronavirus testing kit. Give it to the schools as well. If you want kids to go back to school, give it to the schools. Come on, Boris. Fix up your head, mate. You're running a country here, mate. You're not running a school. You're running, I don't know how many people are in the country, billions of people in the country. You're telling them, don't go to work, but go to work. It kind of defeats the object when you've got your aide actually going out for personal gain. We can go out and do exercise as much as we want. We can go out with one friend, but we have to keep our social distancing. How does that work? Please tell me. How can you go out with a friend and not be next to them or be close to them? They're your friend, for God's sake. And to other people that have actually like been putting on Twitter that Dominic Cummings is going to get so much hate. He's actually going to get so much hate now because of what he's done. He shouldn't be going out, breaking lockdown rules not once but twice, and then apparently he doesn't need to give an explanation to the media of why he done it. To me, he does. He's one of the biggest arseholes in the media at the minute, and the media are loving it because they've got him right where they want him. They've got him by the balls. And now, if that was me, I would go outside my house and say, look, sorry I did it. You know, it was a family emergency, it needed to be done. And then I'd give a really in-depth description of why. It's like, everyone slandered Jack Grealish. Yeah, I know he plays for the Villa, and I know the Albion got cheated out of the playoffs. I know a lot of Villa fans were like that, but actually we did. Your goalkeeper faked an injury in that match, but I'm not going to get into that because I'm not going to start some sort of war between the Villa and the Albion. But he actually apologised to say, I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't have done it. We are all human, and at the end of the day, we are going to break it. It's who we are. We are British, and if I'm correct, British aren't well known for following rules. I know all these high-end MPs. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. No, you're not. You're human at the end of the day. Learn to live with what you've said. If you're going to say one thing, it's like me. I will say one thing and I'll follow through with it. If I turn around and say, I'm staying in today, I am staying in. I don't give a damn what I'm doing. If I say, oh, I've got this planned, and I've already got it planned, I am doing it. Dominic Cummings had literally, oh, you know what? I'm going to plan a day out to Durham, 250 miles from London, and I'm not going to get done for it. Mate, you are going to get done for it, because the media, you've got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever else, whatever media outlets there is, all them are hounding you now for a story, mate. All the media outlets are hounding you for a story on why you did it. Why you did it. You've told Boris. Boris ain't going to tell us why you did it. But he's turned around and said, oh, it was within the guidance of the lockdown rules. Was it both within the guidance of the lockdown rules at all? Because it's clear cut the lockdown rules, social distancing, and staying in to contain the coronavirus, or to try and wear it out, to try and kill it. It's not a normal day. At the end of the day, we've been in now, I think, over 14 weeks. I'm not too sure. So since March, we've been in lockdown since March. To me, if we are in lockdown, it's exactly like a prison. When they say lockdown, that means you're locked down. Your arse is tied to a chair. So basically you can go out, do your exercise or whatever, but then you have to go back home. And that's where you stay. Until you need more necessities, until you need more food, until you need more exercise. Yeah, you've got to exercise every day, everyone's got to. Because it's keeping our body ripe and not stiff and all, you know, feeling really ill and bad every day. But you're going to have someone break down a lockdown just to go see his family so he can drop off, or so he can take his 4-year-old son to his parents' house so they can look after him. No, I'm sorry, but no, just no. You are a father. Father means you look after your kids. You don't get your parents to do it. You do it. You know, done the dirty. You done the deed. You live with what's come out. It's that simple to me. That's how I was raised. That's how I was brought up. You do the deed, you pay the price. You have to look after it. Yeah, your parents will be there to help you, but they ain't going to look after your kid. They ain't going to want you travelling 250 miles to just look after a kid. I'm sorry that you're a father. Your missus is there to help as well. It's a two-way street, mate. Parenthood. It's a two-way street. It always has been. Unless, of course, difficulties come between both parties. But it's still a two-way street. You do the deed, you have to do the aftercare as well. You can't just do the deed and leg it like most of the people nowadays, which is wrong, because I've always been taught, if you do the deed, you live with it. You've made your bed, now you lie in it. That's it. That's clear cut for me. I know a lot of people are going to be saying that, oh, you need to go into politics, you obviously know what you're talking about. It's only what I'm hearing off the media, and I know BBC News do wrap it round a lot and twist it and say, oh, this is what he's doing this. You get some of them on there that are for what he's done. I'm not being funny. What he did is wrong at the end of the day. In my eyes, in everyone else's eyes, in the woman's tweet that I actually read, it nearly sent me to tears because she actually watched her father in the last couple of hours of his life. I'm sorry to say, but it is wrong. Dominic Cummings, you are one sick individual. You need to be hounded to hell for this. You've got NHS workers that can't see their families because of what they're doing. Now, big up to the NHS workers and key workers. They don't get praised enough, except on a Thursday at 8 o'clock. I'm sorry to say, but they need to have a pay rise in their fucking salaries at the end of this. They need to have better amenities. They need to have more PPE. Not. The fuck was that? Sorry about that. They need more PPE and they need a lot more support from the government. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo has actually opened his hotels to COVID people. What's the government done for our lot? Albion have actually have actually helped the NHS as well by doing, I think, beds or something. I'm not too sure at the minute because I don't really know. What?
They turn the ground into.
So yeah, they turn the ground into an hospital for COVID. Now, I know other Premier League clubs and Championship clubs have done that, but the government haven't even, said, oh, we'll help you do it. The clubs have actually gone off their backsides and done it themselves. I am sorry, I haven't got COVID-19, it's just my voice is a little bit strained at the minute because of all this that's happening. It has really got me vexed and pissed off, and I know I shouldn't be swearing, but it gets to a point where you need to swear because you've got some dumb idiot like that has done it and said, oh, you know what, I don't need to explain to you why I did it. Technically, mate, you do. You are an MP. You are Boris Johnson's aide. You are the Prime Minister's aide. You need to explain to everyone why you did it. And you can hit me up on Facebook as well. Boris Johnson, Twitter, whatever you want. I will give you my Twitter right now on this feed. I really don't care. You can hit me up, I don't give a damn. You can slander me all you want, but my view is not going to change. What he did and what you are doing to actually turn around and say that, oh, he was within the guidance lines of it. Show me where the lockdown guidance lines are. Oh, you can travel 250 miles if it's necessary. To me, that's not necessary. That's not important. A family member dying is important. Someone who is actually needing help. If you are a carer, then yes, okay, you have to travel. You have to do it. But has he even been COVID tested as well? Dominic Cummings, if he hasn't been COVID tested, he needs to get his arse checked now. Because at the end of the day, if he hasn't been COVID tested, he should get done for it. He should be slapped with a fine of £60,000 or more for what he did. Not once, but twice. Jack Grealish got slapped with a fine. That other footballer, I can't remember his name, he got slapped with a fine. We're getting slapped with fines. Now, we're civilians, and sorry, I had an itch there. We're getting slapped with fines here, £1,000 for breaking the lockdown rules, but he's just got a slap on his wrist. Jack Grealish had to do a video to everyone to turn around and say, I'm sorry for breaking lockdown. What does Dominic Cummings go and do? Tell the media to basically kiss my arse and fuck off. That's all he did. Didn't give him an explanation why. Didn't say, oh, well, I needed to because my son needed blah blah blah. But you could get that in London because Dominic Cummings knows the consequences. He knows that the Express and Star, the Sun, the Daily Mirror, every single newspaper is up his bum. They are crawling to get a story off him now on why he did it. And at the end of the day, I hope to God that everyone is safe still and staying safe, and I hope to God that he doesn't do it again, because if he does, I would actually go from where I am now in the West Midlands to London and stand outside 10 Downing Street and pull up a sign saying Cummings out. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't really care, because at the end of the day, that's a protest in my own. He needs to be punished, not a little slap on the wrist. He needs to be punished for what he did, because you've got NHS workers' families that are either dying or have died recently, which my deepest condolences there to any NHS key workers, carers, anything like that work in the public services that are helping trying to contain this virus. I hope that they are safe, and my deepest condolences for the families that have died. I really am sorry. But then you get Dominic Cummings, who just thinks that it's okay to do what he wants, really, and to me it's sad, because it's just showing our government isn't as transparent as it is. It's like they're doing a lot of backroom things, and to me, I don't like that. I don't like people where they're being dodgy, especially government, because I know the Queen probably will be reacting to what's happened in wherever she's living, down in London somewhere, Windsor Castle I think, I'm not too sure because I don't really pay attention to that much, but I hope she actually made the right decision by what she said, getting Boris Johnson in. I know Boris Johnson was allowed to pick his own aides and whatever, but at the end of the day, it shouldn't be allowed. I'm really sorry. Like the weather now, the weather at 8:30 in the morning, it's absolutely sunny out there. It is blue skies, not a single cloud in the sky. I could be out now with my family. I could be out with my family now, having the time of my life. But guess what? I'm stuck in here doing a video because some bald-headed monk-looking idiot has gone and broke lockdown. Now, I'm not gonna consent to anyone doing it, but in my opinion, if you want to do it because he's done it, do it. Because at the end of the day, it just shows that he's made a rule and he's broke it. Yeah, we've made rules, we've broken, blah blah blah, whatever. But he's actually made the rules and then told Boris Johnson to enforce them. Excuse me, I've just farted. So yeah, just to let you know that. I'm sorry about that. But now, shedding some light on the matter here. I will be doing videos outside soon with myself and hopefully a few other people. I will do a fishing video as well, where it'll just be me and my mates having a laugh and a rant about random stuff. And I am sorry for the swearing again, but it has really, really, really got on my nerves what he's done, and that he doesn't need an explanation to do what he did. Do you know what I mean? To say what he did. And to me, he needs to explain to everyone. He needs to get on live on the TV and say, look, I did it for this reason, this reason and this reason. And if we think, now the public I'm on about, not Boris Johnson or anyone else, if we think it's a reasonable reason on why you did it, we'll let it blow, we'll let it go. If we don't think it is, guess what, mate? Your arse needs to get out of Parliament right now because you're not worthy, you're not wanted, and you know what? You've laid your pocket with money when you could have given it to the NHS, key workers, carers, everything. My biggest hype is them lot. They are the real heroes here. Not Boris Johnson, not his MPs, not anyone in Parliament. NHS, key workers and carers. I'm sorry. Anyone who works in that public sector of saving people's lives and helping people, you've got my utmost respect. You really have. And it's now 8:32, so there will be another video later on today. I don't know what it's going to be on. It might be on a different thing, or it might be on the same thing but different, if you know what I mean. Because Boris Johnson apparently is giving another speech today. I don't really get why he's doing it every day, because at the end of the day, just say it once, mate. Say it once. One time is all you got to say it. One. Well, you got to keep repeating it and then saying, oh, do this, do that, and then we don't know whether we're coming or going with you at the minute. I know you've had COVID-19, and I know you've got a baby boy. Congratulations on that, by the way. But you need to sort out your MPs, mate. I would love to get a job in where you work. I really would, because I'll tell you something now. Cut all the bullshit out. I'll tell you that now. I'd cut all the bullshit out on all these MPs that are whispering in your ear. I'd say, right, this is what's got to happen. This is what you got to say. Don't get enforced. This is what happens with the consequences. Boom. Clear cut. Job done. That's lockdown for you. Boom. Easy. But anyway, it's been your boy React with Door 19. Please hit me up in the comments as well if you think it was wrong or right what he did. And also, if you do want to shout out on here on your comments that you've put, then I will in my next video. Love, peace, stay safe, and big up the NHS workers, key workers and carers. Love you all.